Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. We had we had some sound issues a minute ago. I just want to make sure my audio is coming in loud and clear. Let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear. I want to make sure it's crystal clear. Okay, I see the ones. I see the ones. Okay, all right. This is a topic that I have been discussing since it unfolded. And this is the case of Sean Puffy Diddy Combs. And while this story is one of the hardest stories I have to report because it's someone that I've been covering for over 30 plus years. Some of you guys have given him the name the Diddler, the Joker, but I just call him Puff. And with that, we're going to get into some things. Let's go. Today, within the last hour, I had made another guest appearance on the show Court TV with Vinnie Politan. And I don't know how many of you guys caught the show. It was a very interesting show because today in New York City, Puffy had to appear before the newest district court judge for a status hearing. I don't know how many of you have seen the status hearing. Well, you didn't see the status hearing because there's no cameras in the courtroom, but there was a presser, small presser outside the courtroom, outside the courthouse. And today, Miss Janice Combs showed up along with his daughters, his sons, and I want to say the mother, his wife. I think his wife even showed up as well. Someone said my sound is in and out. The sound is a little choppy. Hold on. My sound is a little choppy. The sound is a little choppy. Okay. The sound is a little choppy. You know something, Cora? I'm going to tell you something. That was a very sad sight, seeing the daughters, his young daughters we watch grow up, show up at this status hearing. It wasn't a bond hearing, while some were reporting that this was a bond hearing, but the issue of bond is now in the Second Circuit Court, and they're going to decide whether or not the lower court erred in their ruling to not get them bond. But watching the kids show up today, they showed up in two SUVs today, and it was just very sad. So let's talk about what happened. Okay, so some people say my sound is fine. There's some people saying the sound is not. So let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do about that. How about now? How about now? How about now? Okay, so she's saying crystal clear. Cora's saying crystal clear. I'm getting the crystal clear. I'm getting sound is fine. Okay. So you're playing with me tonight. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay. Good. Galatians, good. Thank you. I'm gonna go with the people who said it's good. I am not listening to you naysayers right now. So essentially what happened today was the lawyers for Mr. Combs requested for the government to release any discovery materials that they may have, and there were 2 dates scheduled for updates in the status hearing, for new additional status hearings. One is in December and another one's in February. So they have at least another 4 to 5, 6, almost 6, 5 months, about 5 months to at least have most of the discovery material. But I don't see this trial case going to trial for another perhaps year. And while Mr. Combs asked for a speedy trial, if there's a superseding indictment, that speedy trial might not happen. It just might not happen. Yes, I was on the show today again with Vinnie Politan. This is my 9th time appearing on Court TV, ladies and gentlemen. The ninth time. And I'm gonna tell a true story. I learned tonight. In the show tonight, Vinnie said the first time he covered a case was with Puffy in 1994. No. It was 1999. That's the first time he covered the case of Puffy, and that was the gun case in which I covered. So I said, hey, Vinny, we both covered the same case. So that was his first time covering cases. And interestingly, I have been covering cases probably at least about 8 years earlier. So I thought that was really interesting that we covered that case involving the incident at the club involving Shine and Puffy and J-Lo. And then tonight, he revealed that he covered that case as well. So that was interesting to now be on the same stage with him, discussing a very important person in hip hop. Is kind of surreal if you think about it. So yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. Nine times into the show, and it's actually, I'll be honest with you guys, Court TV is probably my favorite court show. I watch Court TV coming up. I watched it coming up over the years. I never would have thought that I would be a part of that show in such a very high profile case. So you never know where you are in life, but you have to be ready when you're called upon. So again, shout out to Court TV, Billy Politan, Julie Janae, and I think a few other hosts that I've joined the show with, which is pretty cool. So yeah. But anyway, with that said, Puffy's case is growing legs, so to speak. One of the things that came out this week during a court filing is the lawyers who represent Puff, y'all call him Diddy, I call him Puff, I've been calling Puff for years, that is representing Puff, has made a motion to have the prosecution silenced, so to speak, not to speak to me, and put a gag order on the case. So the judge actually agreed this. It's a slight gag order on the case, slight in the case, in that the prosecutors cannot speak to the media about the case anymore. That's done. They have also accused the prosecutors of possibly leaking the 2016 Cassie tape to CNN. And while that has always been my belief that the feds leaked that tape, I don't know if it's going to be enough to get it excluded as evidence. Why is that? It's because the bar is pretty high to exclude such a crucial piece of evidence when the victim number one is Cassie Ventura. This tape is going to come in. Now, how it comes in, that's another question. They're obviously going to have an evidentiary hearing, and perhaps no one from CNN is going to reveal their source. They're not going to, and they don't have to. That is a old standard that media doesn't have to reveal their sources. So unless a judge makes a ruling that they must turn over their source, I don't see that happening, because for them to have to do that, they will have little credibility in protecting their sources. So this piece of footage is going to come in. Now, there has been also discussion about some of the lawsuits that have been filed. For example, attorney in Texas, Tony Busby, has filed. Well, he hasn't filed anything yet. He has done a press conference. In this press conference, he's talked about having over 3,000 plus interviews with individuals allegedly accusing Puffy of unlawful things. He's also stated that after vetting those thousands of individuals, the number has dwindled down to 120. So that's like 4% of the people that he's alleged to have spoken to, have made claims, they have vetted. 120. Do I believe those numbers are real? I don't. I do not believe those numbers are real until there is a filing by this attorney. This gives me the same impression that Michael Avenatti gave me when he was ultimately convicted of trying to extort Nike. Now, you guys remember when Michael Avenatti did his presser, he talked about two corporations and who he was going after, and he was making demands, monetary demands, and he ultimately got charged with extortion. So when I see these lawyers getting in front of cameras and talking about they have victims, the first thing I want to know is, if you have victims, wouldn't the first thing you would do is convince these victims to speak to Damian Williams, the U.S. attorney, and his team to see if there's any criminality that has occurred, instead of trying to shake down Mr. Combs? If you have 120, and there's some discussion, maybe some may have been minors, why are you trying to negotiate anything with anyone if you claim to care about the victims? So yeah, there's a problem here. There's a lot of people, and not to say that some people haven't made legitimate claims. I believe some of the things Rodney Jones said is true. I also believe a lot of what Cassie said is true. But 3,000 people coming forward, according to this attorney. Now, this is what this attorney has proffered to the media, that he and his team have interviewed over 3,000 people. Now, here's where I have a problem. We will never know if that's actually true. For example, there's a report that he's settled with some high-profile people, but there's no way for us to vet that information either, because if they settled allegedly, then those settlements will be confidential. Him generalizing off of saying that he has already settled with some high profile people. We have no way of vetting even that statement because it's just his word and none of the quote unquote high profile people. So it sound, you guys got to think outside the box. When you hear stuff like this and it's not actually leading to anything and it's just kind of overgeneralized, there's nothing for you to hang your hat on. No pun intended, hang your hat on. So I'm always reluctant to run with things coming out of a press conference until I can independently do my own research. So what else we saw outside the press conference is we saw Mr. Relentless Aaron outside of the United States federal courthouse. And someone said, who's Relentless Aaron? Well, he was someone I had as a guest on my show on Hip Hop Inquirer, where he was telling me that he had an incident with Diddy and Diddy tried to kill him. So we talked about this story. I don't know if you guys remember the guest, and he has a book called The Night Diddy Tried to Kill Him. Well, this apparently was a road rage incident, according to him, in Manhattan, down by 34th Street, after hours, after a club, a night out at the club. So he was out there with a sign, and he was actually the individual who was shouting as the Combs family came out the courthouse, shouting, "Diddy's a monster." I'm like, okay. You see where I'm going with this? And I know Aaron. So again, I know Aaron. I wasn't out there the night that this supposedly had happened, but he's written a book about it, and this happened in the 90s. So my point is, I believe that there's some validities to some of the claims that have been made against him, but I have to wait and see. I have to wait to see. I just can't assume that everyone that's coming and filing lawsuits are actually telling the truth. I can't do that. Can't do it. And I hear people have a position. They have an opinion, have a position. Like HS says, she thinks he's a monster. Well, I think he's an awful human being, and I'll tell you why. The way Cassie was kicked in that elevator hallway was disgusting. And the fact that he ran out with a towel on, ran out after her and kicked her as she cowered to the ground. It was awful. It was an awful sight. And it's inexcusable. What is also inexcusable is the person who sold Mr. Combs that video should also be prosecuted for obstruction of justice. Should also be prosecuted for obstruction of justice. Because that deal was made and the police never got wind of it. So there are more people. He said, I thought that guy was a community activist. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. As soon as I heard his voice, I knew it was Aaron. As a matter of fact, let me do something. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me do something, because he's in New York right now. I want to reach out to him. I hadn't called. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I hadn't called him on the phone. I'm going to reach out to him right now. How about that? Let me just do an impromptu interview right now and see if Mr. Aaron picks up the phone. Stand by. Stand by, guys. We're going to just give him a call. We'll give him a call. Let's see here. Put him on the spot. Let's see here. Let me get him on there. Here we go. Let's see here.
Try again.
1 second here. Stand by. Stand by. I think I saved his number here, right here, real quick here. Hold on. We'll get him on the phone. There we go. Stand by, guys. So I got his phone number here. Give him a call. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Guys, can you hear that ringing? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the ringing. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have the number. I was hitting the wrong button. Okay, here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Let me text him now. Text him. Hopefully, he'll call back during the show. So I don't have it. I have it in my contacts here. I'll text him right now. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so I just text him. I give him time to look at that. So he lives in Georgia. So he went up to New York. He went up to New York, obviously, to be at the status hearing, at least outside, because there's going to anything that have to do with Diddy's hearings. There's going to be a lot of press outside. I'll be in New York. Who did it calling? You missed it. Well, hopefully they'll give me a call back soon. But he was on my show last year, and he was doing a press run to promote his book. So when I heard his voice, I heard his voice before I saw him, and then I said, "Okay, I see what you're doing. You know, this is, I guess, the best promotion. Be outside where all the media is there, and I'm sure there were several people that was interested in hearing what he had to say. So yeah, that's that. I've known Aaron for years. I've known him for years. He's been in the. He was a promoter in New York back in the '90s. A concert promoter. No, not a big concert promoter, but a promoter nevertheless. Back in the '90s. So he told the story, and maybe on the next show I'll bring him back up just to get a better understanding of why he actually showed up in New York today. I had my phone do not disturb. That's it. Okay, let me hit him again. So I put. He said he did that with Diddy back in the 90s. Right, exactly. Hello. Okay. Anyway, all right. So that was one of the individuals that was out there. The Combs family didn't speak to the media, but Aaron took a opportunity to talk to some of the members of the press, and I didn't think their family was going to say anything, but it was just hard watching the kids, come up from Florida to go to this hearing where they don't get an opportunity. This is their first time. This is their first time in the courtroom. This was their first time in the courtroom. The two young girls, his two youngest daughters. This is their first time in the courtroom. So I know that had to be a lot for them to not be able to have any contact with their father, But anyway, this comes with the territory. Shout out to Queen Lily in the building. Queen Lily has checked in the building. When he was Puffy, right? I always call him Puffy. When I see him, I call him Puff. I never call him Diddy. And most of the people that I know call him Puff, because that was his name back in the 90s and 2000. We all still call, people that know him call him Puff. Well, I expect Ms. Combs to, she released a statement last week, and she essentially, said her son was being portrayed as a very bad person, villainized, just a bad person. They're treating her son badly. But she had to see that tape of her son beating Cassie. She had to see that tape. And she said her son did some bad things. But I kind of wish, knowing Miss Combs, and those who don't know, she's been around Puff in a lot of events coming up from 90s, 2000. Early in his career, she's literally been with him at a lot of events. She's showed up in a lot of events with him. It wasn't until probably 2007, 2008, maybe she didn't come out as much, but she would attend a lot of things that her son was involved in. So yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading some of the comments too as they come in. This is a late stream. I'm actually also checking out my new equipment, so I want to make sure you guys know that we got some new equipment in the building. I want to make sure the sound is always crystal clear for you. But again, I don't want to bust your eardrums. Yeah, it's this is a case that's going to be the prosecution said this is going to take 3 weeks. Think about that. This is a huge case. The prosecution said they only need 3 weeks to prosecute. Think about that. 3 weeks to prosecute Puff Daddy. So that brings me to my next question. Will there be a superseding indictment? Will there be more charges? Will there be more victims? How far will the prosecutors go to prove their case? Because if this is only going to take 3 weeks, then don't sound like they're going to have a lot of charges to bring. However, this is an ongoing investigation. And I would hope that the investigators are talking with Mr. Tony Busby, the attorney in Texas. Also, Miss Ariel Mitchell Kidd, who was on the Piers Morgan show and News Nation. Hope they are talking to them as well, because it seems like people are trying to negotiate deals to get a financial resolve, catch and kill, so to speak. And I don't know. I have questions about some of the things that were said in that press conference, or said it on Piers Morgan's show, when she was talking about accusing Mr. Combs of certain crimes that he had actually been charged with. So we have to see. So why did the first judge, from what I understand, there was a conflict. He had a conflict. I think his wife worked for the bank that Puff banks at. So I think that was a conflict. I don't know how conflicting that is. She worked for the bank, unless she was an officer. We don't know what her role is, but she worked for a bank. That's what I'm being told. Do I think Usher and Taraji delivered some of them to? No, not at all. I don't think Usher or Taraji did anything of the sort. They went down there to visit Russell. They went down there to visit Russell in Bali, where Puff should have won himself. But anyway, that's another question. That's another topic. So no, I don't think they had anything to do with anything other than visiting Russell in Bali. Well, guess what? Someone said, I saw on Nancy Grace tonight that some of the alleged victims went to the doctor and they had horse tranquilizers in their system. Okay. We'll see how that plays out. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see. The Health Matters health coach says, stop having sympathy for I have sympathy for no one but the victims. Let me make that clear. I have sympathy for no one but the victims. No one. But I also have to keep my thinking cap on. You just can't say anything and not expect it to be questioned. You have to, maybe not the average Joe Blow, but us journalists, we have to make sure we don't just say anything, because Piers Morgan learned the hard way. He got that cease and desist from Jay-Z and Beyonce. He bought Jaguar Wright on his show, and he didn't vet her. He allowed her to say things that was damaging to his brand. And some people say, well, they never stopped anyone else. Well, they never stopped anyone else. I mean, they never stopped Jaguar Wright, because they had nothing to gain from stopping her, because he has to sue her. What would you get from Jaguar Wright? What would you get from her? The only thing that would have happened is you would have made her more popular by suing her. We know this to be true. A certain blogger was sued by a certain celebrity, and it elevated her. And I don't think that was the goal of Jay-Z or Beyonce. They didn't want to elevate her. That is my belief. Someone said Jay-Z didn't deny it. You know what is it from denying? Well, you gonna come out? Oh, I didn't do it. No, that's not how celebrities move. It was a denial because he sent a cease and desist in a letter. Did you see the letter? Do you know what was in that letter? There were claims made by his guests that Piers pretty much said they were lies. Right. Well, I can't. Well, there's some things I saw about Jaguar. She's had some meltdowns online. She had some serious meltdowns. She had some meltdowns that was concerning, and Piers Morgan should have did his due diligence and at least looked at some of her online activity and see whether or not this is someone you want to have on a big platform, because at that point, you have taken the liberty of giving her a platform to promote whatever she's selling. And she was selling on that show defamation, and you bought it. It wasn't a demand letter, it was a cease and desist. It wasn't a demand letter, it was a cease and desist. Listen, I don't know the woman. Someone says, she's going to come for you. I don't know her. Listen, I've seen other interviews where people have said some things that was just reckless. And a lot of times people get away with saying reckless things is because they say, well, they're not going to sue me. Well, what are they going to sue you for? Now, if you got mega bucks and you doing that, oh yeah, then it's going to be a battle of the titans. Who can prevail? But the average Joe Blow is not getting sued by a high-profile celebrity. That's not happening. It's not happening. Now, I also saw someone say she's regurgitating Lipstick Alley comments. Lipstick Alley, you guys know what Lipstick Alley is. They were before they had all these platforms, Lipstick Alley's been around for a while. It's like a gospel page. It's almost like Media Takeout, but it's like a threaded type website where they, all kind of conspiracy theories on the website and so forth. But we don't know. We don't know what's true or what's not. The other thing that we talked about tonight was, will Puffy get charged or get linked to the killing of Tupac Shakur? And I don't know. Will the feds decide to pick up the case? Because now Keefe Davis, or Keefe D, is being prosecuted in Vegas for that. So is there any nexus to what Keefe D has said and Puff? Can they actually prove that Puff offered him money to take out Tupac Shakur? And the question is, why would he say that? Keefe D say that? He's not even the shooter. He was part of the plot, allegedly. So again, we don't know. We don't know. Your Health Matters said everything is being revealed that's been hidden. Does not matter how much money won't buy you out of all your problems. This is more than that. It's a spiritual warfare, and the curtain has been pulled back, and everything has been exposed. It's been exposed. It's been exposed. Allegedly. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I had to give you a little effect there, Miss Your Health Matters. I had to give you a little effect there. Let's see. Cat Williams called it. He said it was going to happen. He said 2024 is the year of reckoning. He said it. And so far, he's been right. He's been right. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it's got to play out. It got to play out. And that's what my job is, to report the facts. That's my job is. So I won't be in Georgia at the top of the year. I'll be spending more time in New York, because that's when things are really cooking. In this case, the start of the year. I'll vote here in Georgia, but I got to take the show on the road. I got to cover this trail. I have to. I have to. This will probably be my last major trial covering. I'm just going to sit back, relax, and retire. Or maybe I won't. So I got to tell him no. Tell him no about what? What are you talking about, Cora? Who I got to tell no to? I don't know. What is it, Cora? Okay. All right, guys, let me read some of the comments here. Let me read some of the comments. I'm missing some of the comments. Wait, hold on. Listen, hold on. We can get into some things tonight. But hold on. Hold on. Let me do. First of all, we ain't just gonna be sitting around. Hold on. Hold on a second here. Let me put the banner up here. Now no. We gotta put this banner up here, because you guys are playing right now. Hold on here. Yeah. You guys gotta hit the like button, man. You gotta run these numbers up. Run these numbers up. Hit the like button. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, you're coming in heavy. Miss Kane said, retired, just found you. Girl, where you been at, girl? You just found me. Where you been at? I've been looking for you. Well, you just found me. I've been looking for you. Oh, my goodness. Here. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to listen, guys. You're gonna have to hit the. Okay. All right. I want to talk a little bit about the YSL case. A little bit. I don't want to spend too much time on YSL. The jurors are out this week, but the light when I stepped in the room. I hit the light when I stepped in the room. I appreciate you. Yesterday, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Yesterday. It was just so much interesting things happened in the YSL, and it started early in the morning when the judge took the bench. Those who don't know, DA Love filed 2 motions on the long break that happened for the Jewish holiday. She filed these very interesting. I don't have the motions in front of me. I'm sure a bunch of people have read the motions, but these motions were just ridiculous. And I was surprised this seasoned prosecutor would be filing such motions at this stage of the prosecution. And it has something to do with the 403 evidentiary objections that have been made in the case. She wanted Judge Whitaker to not allow the defense to object to the evidence and its relevancy. She wanted the prosecutor wanted the judge just green light this motion that would stop the defense for fighting diligently for their clients. And the judge came in right away. She went right to those two motions. She says, on the first one, denied. The second one, denied. I'm going to agree with everything Attorney Weinstein put in his response. And I'm denying that. So it was a bunch of denials. And then there was a part in the hearing where District Attorney Hilton was proffering to the court about another piece of evidence that they wanted to come in as it related to a shooting. And for some reason, Miss Hilton's or Miss Love, I want to make sure I got it right. Miss Hilton said that this person's car was riddled with bullets. And Judge Whitaker said, riddled with bullets? How many bullets? One, Your Honor. Well, that's not riddled with bullets. And DA Love stood up and was about to say something. The judge said, no, but no, don't say a damn thing. She basically told her, sit your. She said, no, this is not coming in. And this is what lawyers for the defendants have been saying. There's been a lot of waste of time. And for the Miss Hilton to represent something that's not, which luckily she didn't say in front of the jurors, because one bullet's not, don't tell me something was riddled. One bullet. So now, see, only thing that's happening now is that the judge is now going to be more mindful, and not that she hasn't been mindful, but she's going to be watching the moves that the prosecution are making. And it's such a contrast to when Judge Glanville was on the bench. It was like Miss Love, DA Love, was getting rulings in her favor left and right. But this is a total contrast. And all I'm trying to see is, when is this judge going to pull the trigger? And no pun intended, I know this is a RICO murder case, but when is she going to say enough is enough? There are 90-something witnesses that the state hasn't even presented yet. 90-something witnesses. This case won't be over until Diddy's case will probably be over before YSL. Think about that for a second. Diddy's case will probably be over before YSL. That is insane. And it's probably going to go into 2026 because you have other defendants that were named in an indictment. There are other defendants named in this indictment. Not just these 6 that are in court now, but there are 22 other defendants. Well, some have taken pleas. So you have still a sizable amount of defendants before this case is actually over with. And maybe 2027, maybe 2028. Because if this case is taking over 23 months now, how long do you think those other cases are going to take? So this is a waste of taxpayer dollars. These defendants don't have bonds. Some won't get a bond because one is actually Mr. Radius Ryan. He's actually incarcerated for a murder case. So this is taking too long. Just entirely too long. And I don't think, and I'm just gonna say this. I don't think that some people will have a career in the prosecution's office if they don't win this case. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be an option. And you guys remember there was another prosecutor in the case early on. She left. She left, and then there was probably 3 other members of the prosecution team that left, 2 or 3 other that left already. They left. They went on. One went on to work for the Georgia Appeals Court. Another one went on private practice. Just think about people's lives that have been put in turmoil because of this case. The lawyers that represent some of these defendants are losing thousands, if not millions of dollars on this case. But why do you think it's not affecting the other side? It's because they get a salary no matter what. They get a salary no matter what. They are getting, and they might be holding on to a thin thread right now with their jobs, but they are getting a salary. You got someone like Ms. D. Williams, who represents Mr. Ryan, who's getting paid maybe $50,000, $60,000 a year. For an attorney, that's nothing. That's nothing. And you have other attorneys that their practices are probably hurting. You have some, some stars that you have Ms. Westmoreland, you have Mr. Bruce Harvey, you have Mr. Max Shard, you have Mr. Weinstein, you have Mr. App, you have Mr. Adams, you have Mr. Still. All of them are taking hits for this case. You're thinking they're making a lot of money. How much money do you think Thug is losing in this case? Losing a lot of money. A lot of money. He said, Cora said, if they don't rest by, the judge has been pushing for plea deals. Cora said, if the state doesn't rest by February, I think the judge will push for pleas. The judge she came in saying that she believes that they should try to reach some kind of agreement. But listen, they don't like Miss Love. And I don't know what an agreement will look like. Thug is not taking an agreement. He's all in. He's putting it all on the table. This is he's put all his money on the table. Listen, roll the wheel, wherever it stops, that's where we're going with. So he's not taking a plea deal. That's not happening. Who else? None of them taking plea. That's not happening. What the judge can do is mistrial. He can put everyone out to misery. And if they don't have Thug to prosecute, they really don't have a case. They don't have a RICO case because they're claiming he's the head of this empire. They're claiming he's the top dog. But I haven't heard anything yet that makes this guy look more guilty than not. I've heard other people looking pretty guilty, and they're not actually on trial. I'm not going to say their name. Little Woody. I'm not saying no one's name, but I'm just saying that there are people that are looking more guilty than not. I'll just leave it at that. Right, Lenny. None of them was going to plead out to a gang charge. They ain't pleading out to none of that. They're in too deep. And quite honestly, I believe that the defense is winning, and they haven't even put on their case, their defense. They haven't put on their case yet. And it's like in the immortal words of the lead attorney, they are long stroking this case. They're trying to get they're trying to get any and everything in, and the judge is saying, nope, enough of this cumulative evidence. Enough is enough. Get to the freaking point. Yesterday, it was some evidence involving it was something they were trying to get in, and the judge said no. Oh, it was a neighbor who heard a gunshot. No, it was a neighbor whose car was shot. The window was shot out of her car, but she didn't know who did it. So they wanted to put that witness up to testify that happened to her car. But then they wanted to bring the husband in. And why would you bring the husband in if he didn't see who did it? So he's just going to come in and say, well, yeah, I've heard shootings early on. That's not enough. And the judge said, no. Why do you need other people to substantiate that her car was shot or that there was a shooting in the neighborhood? They still didn't say who did it, but they wanted to bring that in. So the judge said, no, you're not doing that. No. So I think the judge is going to be more laser focused on what the prosecution is trying to put in, because being at only 90, we down to 90 witnesses, I think, 88, 90. It's just crazy. I want to also say a prayer for Jamie, aka the lead attorney. For those who don't know, he has been diagnosed with cancer, bone cancer, and he did a live last week, and he talked about it. It was very sad. It was very sad, but it was also very informative. And he took the time to shout out me and someone else. I ain't gonna say the other person, but shout out to the lead attorney. I met him. I met him online. Then we covered the Cardi B case and took him out to lunch and seen him at a concert. As a matter of fact, now that I think of it, I ran into him at the One Music Fest last year, and it's coming back around this month. And Cardi B is headlining this month, so that's gonna be in Atlanta, One Music Fest. I'll be there. But the lead, he's bigger than life. He's actually one of the top streamers on YouTube, and for him to have to share that, I thought that was very brave of him to share that. Now it was sad, Kia Elder. It was sad. It was very sad. And I actually had to communicate with him. He was, after he said that, I'm like, wow. You never know what people are going through. You never know. You never know what people are going through. And it's sad that they haven't found a cure for cancer. And I've lost loved ones as a result of them having cancer, and it's like that quiet disease that do so much damage, Anyway. Yeah. Shout out to lead attorney. Shout out. Yeah, I used to give him hell. But you never know. You never know. Cora said he was the first content creator I ever watched. Cora, you didn't watch me? What the? Anyway, I know. Yeah, I know he's, he came in about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, prayers up to the lead. Prayers up to the lead. Anyway, let me bring someone up here. I don't tend to bring people up. I don't know why, but I want to bring someone up tonight. We'll drop the link in the chat. Drop the link in the chat. Come on up. Click on that link. Come on up. Oh, Cora, you knew. Cora, click on that link. Click on that link, Cora. I'm gonna invite you out. I want to invite Cora up. Come on, Cora. Come on up, Cora. Cora said, I'm new. Welcome to the YouTube stream. Oh, you started watching it a year ago. Okay. You gave up your Netflix? You gave it. Come on. MNPD finest. Let's see here. Sledge your thoughts. Dre, what are you saying? Anyone can click on that link. But I was trying to bring. Cora said she's new. I want to give her one welcome. Come on, Cora. Go. Come on. I usually dance with my newest members. Come on, let's go. Come on, Cora. Let's see if I got any music. Do I got any music? Nah, last time I played music. I ain't playing. Shoot, hold on. Let's see if I got any music that I can play. Let's see what I got for you. What I got. Hold on. Let's see what I got. I gotta play something that. No, we're gonna hold off on that. Boom. Now I have different email addresses. I don't know which one I need to check. I have different ones. Ooh. I have different email addresses. I don't know which one. D in the building. Cora, don't be scared. I see you, D. I see you. Next time. There you go. The next time. Hold on a second here. He said next time. Hold on. Said next time. Hold on.
Been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Hold on. Hold on. Gosh, she said check. I'm gonna check it. I don't know if I want to check. Let's see here. I'm gonna wake somebody up. I don't care. 11:30.
Hello.
What up? What up, Ike? We are live. We are online. We are live. I want to let you know that right now.
Why?
Listen, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Did you catch me on the show tonight?
No.
There you go.
I couldn't find you on my cable. You ain't live.
I'm live. Go look at the live. I'm live. Well, I'm live. Everyone's say hi. Say hello to Attorney Ike.
I don't believe you.
You got it. Do I need to send you the link?
Nope. I ain't getting on.
No, we were just talking in the segment. Guess who they brought up in my segment? It's a video play.
Oh.
Attorney Kid, Ariel Mitchell.
Ariel Mitchell Kid.
Yeah.
Kid, whatever.
Well, listen, I know you got class in the morning.
No.
Oh, okay. No, we were just talking about the developments today in the Diddy. So people are really like, they're waiting for you, Ike. They're looking at,
I'll jump on tomorrow.
She said she's gonna jump on tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll jump on tomorrow.
I'll jump tomorrow. See, certain people I can call like that. Other people I can't call like that, ladies and gentlemen. So Ike, you can just watch. You don't have to join. You can watch.
Okay. I'll watch.
Yeah, we were also talking about the lead attorney and his condition.
Praying for that brother.
Yeah, that's what we're all praying for. But thank you, hon. I'll talk to you later.
All right. So see you later.
All right now. Bye. Hey. And we were talking earlier. It was a private joke we had, but she didn't believe she was there. Someone was a cat daddy. Come on. Don't do me that. Don't do me like that. Don't call me a cat daddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get up early. I really do. So you guys catch the next episode of Court TV with Vinnie Politan. So yeah, it was a good show. hopefully you guys will get an opportunity to catch it. And I'll put it in the membership section. As a matter of fact, if you don't have cable, a lot of people giving up their cable, but a lot of people have cable. So they tend to rerun a lot of good segments. I think I'm honestly one of them. With that, let's see. I enjoyed you too. I'm gonna check my email. I'm gonna check that email. I wonder if it's the news one. I don't know which one you sent to, but I'm gonna go fishing. I'm gonna go fishing. I don't know where you sent it to, but I'm gonna go fishing. We're gonna find out what's in that email. We're gonna find out. All right, guys. I do appreciate you. I really do. I just wanted to jump on. I didn't put no thumbnail in there. I just jumped on. I was checking the sound. Now that I know it's all good, baby, we lit. Oh, Hip Hop Inquirer. Yes. Yes, I'll check that. I really will. All right, everybody. I'm heading out of here. I'm out. Until next time. Peace.